And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Motormaster Monday here on NASCAR Heat 5 on the PlayStation 4 console. And 15 of the very best NASCAR Motormaster Series drivers have gathered here for the Homestead 200 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. A couple of changes to get you up to speed with Brett Baker. Number 21 Chevy Camaro qualified on the pole. Since then, he has dropped it back into the third place position. Riding through the field just a little bit here, it's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. running in the second position, and there you see a Matt Smith, 2020 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series champion, leading the race early in the going stage 1. Homestead-Miami Speedway, it's a 100-lap event here on NASCAR Heat 5, round 7 of the 2021 NASCAR Motormaster Series season, bringing you a few races early, folks, before the end of the 2020 calendar year. Strap yourselves in, enjoy the show. I'm NASCAR CEO Tyler McMurder alongside Giggity Racing League CEO Kevin Tattersall. Kevin, thanks very much for taking the time to join us.
Absolutely, it's always blasting in here anytime.
Oh, you're rocking and rolling so far. I'll tell you, you're up into the 4th position and you qualified back in 10th, so you've gained 6 positions already. Tell us how the car feels.
It's a little snug right here on the beginning of the run, but other people are starting to get a little bit too loose on edge of the corners. And that's kind of what I figured, so I started with a little bit tighter than me. And that's basically how I've gotten on the field.
Toyota Supra looks pretty racy. We'll check in on you from time to time. Good luck today.
Thank you, sir.
That was Kevin Tattersall, one of the very best here on NASCAR Heat 5, today's in-race reporter. And we're keeping our eye on the battle for the lead. There's battles really all over the racetrack. 15 drivers in this one. Up front, Matt Smith leads. Brett Baker in second. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in third. Jeffrey was in second, lost the position since then to Brett Baker. 2 former NASCAR champions on the NASCAR 15 video game. Both running in second and third. That is where these 2 drivers began their NASCAR careers. There's a few different drivers scattered throughout the field that cut their teeth in NASCAR back on the NASCAR 15 game. For example, former college football star, and that is Dustin McClintock, driving the number 0 Chevy Camaro, and there you see him. He started back on NASCAR 15. And your Dunson, driving the 07 Chevy Camaro, drives full-time in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series on Tuesdays. He's made 2 starts now, including this one, in this year's Motormaster Series season. Trouble for you. Everyone here must know him well by now. Harold Burden, number 39 Chevy Camaro. Always runs up there near the front, always pulls those wild fuel strategies as well. And he started back on the NASCAR 15 video game. A couple of others not here tonight that also did. Lone Wolf, and that is Jordan Green, 6-time NASCAR champion. They're all chasing Flash 9, folks. 2020 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series champion has a very patriotic paint job right now on that number 10 Chevy Camaro. First time bringing out that ride to the track and looking to park in a victory lane. Tell you one thing, the battle for second has not cooled off at all, folks. Brett Baker is actually going to surrender the second position and come down pit road. Green flag scheduled pit stops beginning here at Homestead. Jason Armstrong, Kevin Tattersall, Dunson in the 07 machine, Dustin McClintock in the 0. They're all on pit road and leaving after getting scheduled service. There's Alex Tesdall in the number 16 car, drives full-time in the NASCAR Super GT Series on Gran Turismo Sport. Also drives full-time in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series on Tuesdays. Here on NASCAR Heat 5, and long-time NASCAR driver, started with us back on the NASCAR Heat 3 video game, and since then has found victory lane in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series at Michigan back in 2018. Would love to do it again here in the Motormaster Series. And throwing it down to the in-race reporter, Kevin Tattersall. Kevin, you've just made your pit stop. How many laps to go in stage 1?
I'll let you know as soon as I get back. I'm 1 lap down because I pit, but I'm on lap 14 of 22 right now, coming to 15, so the leader's on 16 out of 22.
Okay, and is it safe to say that some of the leaders are having to pit still?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. There's actually 8 laps left in the stage, so it's getting pretty close. But I only had about 5 laps left of fuel when I pit, so these guys should be getting ready to pit here pretty soon.
That all makes sense to me as well. And one last question for you. Who do you have as your race leader?
Flash 9 in the 10 car.
Oh, okay, so Matt Smith, Flash 9, that a boy, yet to make his scheduled pit stop, and now we see that Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is going to do that. 61 Toyota Supra on pit road, and it's been a very strong start to the 2021 NASCAR Motormaster Series campaign for Juicy J Motorsports. Kevin Tattersall, Jesse Carlson, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Bad Moon Rising, Ryan Schreck, all 5 of those drivers having great results within the first few races. However, a few of them are on a part-time schedule, and it's kind of up to the full-time competitors for this team at this point. Stephen Corley in the 22 Ford Mustang on pit road. Right behind him was Cameron Norton in the Timac Motorsports Chevy Camaro, and pit road's a busy place. And Matt Smith surrenders the race lead, comes to a stop in his pit stall. It's going to be 4 tires and fuel. I don't believe that he's able to go the rest of the distance in the stage without taking left sides as well, though I've been wrong before.
Mucka's leader, but he's on pit road right now.
Indeed. Thanks for the info. There you see him. Jason Doro coming off a wild and crazy strategic win at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in the Canada 250 earlier tonight. Stage points in stage 1 and 2 in that event, and then parked it in victory lane with a wild fuel strategy, and it paid off for him. Stole the win away from drivers like Matt Smith, Tyler McMurder, and Kevin Tattersall. Damn.
There were some 2-tire stops for sure. Flash 9 is in the lead now, though. 4 laps remaining.
You heard it from him, folks. Giggity Racing League CEO, in-race reporter here for the Homestead 200, Kevin Tattersall. And it is Matt Smith leading the way still. Number 10 Chevy Camaro for Bruv Motorsports. 2 wins this season already and holds the points lead coming into this event. Was one of the favorites to win the race earlier tonight at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. He crosses the line now to take the 3 laps to go signal here in stage 1. Two laps to go here in stage 1. Matt Smith is putting on a racing clinic so far and qualified up near the front, and running up near the front it was Brett Baker that actually won the pole for this race, and the number 21 Chevy Camaro for Brett Baker Racing. And if the running order on the racetrack and on camera is all the same on the leaderboard, I believe that it's Brett Baker running in second with Harold Burden in the 39 running in third. Coming at a turn 4 now. White flag is in the air the next time by. Matt will see the green and white checkers to signal the end of stage 1. Remember, folks, top 5 get the stage points. Stage winner gets the playoff point. And those become very important in the postseason.
It's just top 5, you said?
Yes, sir. And when they come around to complete this lap, we will throw it down to the in-race reporter, Kevin Tattersall, to find out the top 5 finishers for you. And crossing the start-finish line, green and white checkered flags in the air. Matt Smith wins stage 1.
All right, so it's Flash 9, Brett Baker, Trouble for You, Diza, and K-Taddy top 5.
All right, so yeah, what you saw on camera, folks, was accurate and was the case. Brett Baker there with Harold Burden finishing second and third, and yeah, stage points going to these drivers, and their quest for the 2021 NASCAR Motormaster Series Championship continues. And now all of these drivers will have an opportunity at caution speed to make a pit stop, take tires, take fuel, Take a piece of tape off if they're running hot, put a piece of tape on if they're running cold, make some adjustments and get their cars handling the way that they need them to be. As of now, it appears Matt Smith is the class of the field at Homestead-Miami Speedway.
I think one of the cars forgot to pit. Yeah, JWoww is back to not pit, and so neither did the car first. Oh, JWoww might I don't know what just happened.
I think that Jordan Dworisek is the 74, and I think that he had an issue right at the end of the stage. We saw him slow, and it looked like he might have even been out of fuel. The green flag is back in the air for stage 2. We're underway, and problems for Jordan Dworisek and Harold Burden in the 39. Jordan is out of this race, and Harold had to get out of the way. He did not hit the button in time to go to pit road, and it looks like he's going to be in danger of even being a lap down at the end of this stage. He'll have to pit a second time before the end of stage 2. I believe, anyways, we're going to have to see how this plays out for Harold. The battle for the lead is really heating up, and it's Stephen Corley in the 22. Out front and leading. Matt Smith in the 10, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, Brett Baker in the 21, Kevin Tattersall in the 54. That's your top 5. Cameron Norton runs in 6th, Alex Tesdall in 7th, Jason Doro running in 8th. And it's a drag race around this racetrack, folks. So many different grooves that you can use at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Getting as close as you can to the wall has been a common theme over the years. Now Matt Smith is showing us that. He's looking to the outside to take the lead from Stephen Corley. Question is, where the Juicy J Motorsports Toyota is going to go. Kevin's down low, Jeffrey's up high. They're going to stay side by side, it looks like, and they're 2 by 2 going into 3. Oh, Jeffrey looked like got a little bit close to the wall, might have even nudged it a bit, and he's going to give up the 3rd position to Kevin Tattersall, his teammate. And don't look now, folks, but Jason Doro is driven all the way up into the 6th position. Excuse me, the 5th position, rather. And he's becoming a little bit of a threat here for the lead, and maybe looking to make it 2 in a row here on Motormaster Monday, and not many drivers can say that they've done that, folks. Matt Smith has taken the lead away from Stephen Corley in the 22, and used the outside line to do it. Pardon me. Top 3 beginning to spread themselves out from the rest of the field, and it was amazing to watch them through turns 1 and 2. That most recent time by, they all took a different line. I'll tell you, folks, Jason Doro in the 08 Camaro, he's driven now up into the 4th position. Keep your eye on him. And we can also let you know Harold Burden is on pit road, and his problems are getting worse here in the Homestead 200, but yeah, there's Doro. Cameron Norton running in 5th. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. has slipped outside of the top 5. He's dropped back to the 6th position. Brett Baker has dropped back to 7th. And a couple of new names up towards the top 10. There's Jason Armstrong and Dunson. They're both now running inside the top 10. Car slow towards the exit of turn 4 near pit road entrance. Looks like Harold Burden's day is getting worse, folks. He's now 3 laps down in the number 39 Chevy Camaro, and might be getting ready to park it for the night. And unfortunate for him, coming off a strong top 10 finish at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. So Matt Smith, Stephen Corley, Kevin Tattersall, top 3. Jason Doro 4th, Cameron Norton 5th, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. 6th. They're all still within striking distance, taking the lead and winning this stage. Going to throw it down to your in-race reporter, Kevin Tattersall. It's a bit of a hectic time to ask you anything, but how many laps to go here in stage 2?
12 laps to go, and everybody has 11 laps on fuel.
Oh, so this is making things very interesting. 12 to go in stage 2, and the fuel's going to be close, folks. Some of these drivers might be in danger of not making it the length of stage 2, and therefore could be in danger of going a lap down at the end of this one. Keep in mind, folks, if you cross the line to take the white flag, There's no way that you're going to get lapped at the end of the stage, though you might lose some track position if you start to sputter on that final lap. A change for the 4th position. There's Cameron Norton in the 1. Skipping around Jason Doro in the 08, so Jason Doro back into the 5th position now, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. running in 6th, still within striking distance of these drivers, and the driver running in 7th, we should mention, had one heck of a time finding him there. There he is, done son, folks. Started with us back on NASCAR 15 on the PlayStation 3 console, running solidly in the 7th position. Next car behind him will be Jason Armstrong, but Jason Armstrong's actually going to surrender the 8th position to come to pit road at this time. We can tell you that Harold Burden in the 39 is still on the racetrack and driving and active, trying to get some of his laps back, but he's 3 laps down at this time. And another move there by Cameron Norton in the 1 to take the 2nd position away from Kevin Tattersall. It's the 2nd position. Matt Smith has fallen back to the 4th position in the 10 car. There goes Armstrong leaving pit road in the number 12 Ford Mustang. And there is Matt Smith under fire from Jason Doro in the 08, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, and now question is, folks, in-race reporter, he's a very smart guy, and he let us know that fuel is going to be close for some of these drivers. Is Matt Smith saving a little bit during these final under 10 laps in stage 2?
7 to go.
Oh wow, 7 to go, thank you. Stephen Corley leading the way with Cameron Norton running in 2nd, Kevin Tattersall running in 3rd. Kevin won the NOSSCAR Daytona 300, the 4th annual NOSSCAR Daytona 300 to kick off the 2021 season. Running in 3rd, looking to maybe capture 2nd win of 2021. He's got to go through 2 drivers that are looking for their first ever NOSSCAR Motormaster Series win. And that is Stephen Corley in the 22, Cameron Norton in the 1. They're side by side now for the lead, folks, going into turn 3. Definitely some fuel mileage happening right now. We can tell you Jason Doro has dropped to the 7th position and a little bit off the pace even. Matt Smith running in 5th, a little bit off the pace. Cameron Norton has taken the lead here at Homestead. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. with a wiggle there. He's in 4th, and he's all the way up in 4th at this point, so that's what I mean. I think that there is some fuel saving and some fuel consumption going on here in stage 2 at Homestead. Cameron came close to the wall coming out of turns 3 and 4, that most recent time by, and it looked like Stephen Corley got a little bit loose and went down towards the inside, gathered it back up and kept his car pointed in the right direction. Yeah, Stephen Corley's not letting him get away. Back to the inside of Cameron Norton he goes, and it's going to be a dogfight all the way down until the final lap, I would think. And never mind, folks, Stephen Corley in the 22 is going to give up the race lead and come to pit road.
3 laps to go.
3 laps to go. Okay, so pit road is still open. That was a legal move, but if Cameron Norton is truly going to commit to this gamble and stay out to the full length of the stage and try to make it, he can't come to pit road. He's got to come to pit road this next time by if he's coming at all. And he will. He comes to pit road, and he's going to get there before Kevin Tattersall, the leader, hits the start-finish line, as does Jeffrey Robinson Jr. So now pit road is closed, and I'll tell you, it was a photo finish for Jeffrey, but he got there. And Stephen Corley leaving pit road there on the exit ramp. So Kevin Tattersall has taken over the race lead, and pit road is closed. These drivers have made their bed, and it's time to lay in it. Can Kevin Tattersall win the stage? The car you see coming up behind him is trying to get one of his couple of laps back, and that is Harold Burden. And the white flag being shown to Kevin, 1 lap to go in stage 2. And you see Cameron Norton leaving pit road in the 1. He is now 1 lap down, and if everything holds station, I believe he's going to be the first car 1 lap down at the end of the stage, and therefore get back onto the lead lap for the final stage. Though I've been wrong before, well, we'll have to get a report here in just a little bit. And Kevin Tattersall wins stage 2 here in the Homestead 200. Oof. And when you get a moment to gather yourself, gather your thoughts, and clear your mind a bit here, who is the top 5 drivers here from stage 2?
K-Patty, Flash 9, Mucka, Shadow, and Brett Baker.
How about that? A couple of different names up there in the top 5 that we didn't hear about in stage 1. Those are the drivers receiving the stage points. Of course, the stage winner gets that valuable playoff point.